Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about Internet Computer, ICP. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down below, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And while you're down there, if you can tap that like button, that'd be great too. Let's get moving. Internet Computer, ICP. All right, so, yeah, it's gone nothing but down. So it started off really hyped project, ICP, and I mean, it was wild. It just showed up out of nowhere in the top 10. Back, I believe it even happened during the bull run. It just showed up in the top 10. And ever since it showed up in the top 10, it's just been dumping ever since. And I actually just started buying. So I was buying under $4, and I'll show you that in just a second. But as you can see on the weekly time frame, ICP has been getting resistance on this trend line for quite some time now. And every time it comes up to the trend line, gets rejected. But we've been hugging this trend line quite a bit. So we had some large rejections fall down, even larger rejection fall down, and now we've just been hugging it, just wanting to break out of this trend line, or above this trend line here. And I believe that we're finally getting there. The other thing that I noticed was as the price had been falling this entire time, the RSI had been rising this entire time. And so that was really interesting to me as well. We were creating this massive bullish divergence. On top of that, we just this week, we got 6 days, 16 hours. So we just created a green dot on the trend directional down here on the weekly time frame, which is pretty bullish in my opinion, especially since the last time we had that green dot happen over here. ICP, after this big drop, went up roughly 70%. And I believe this is actually going to be a pretty big move coming up here soon. And we've already seen it so far. Since I actually made a video on this the other day, but it turned out pretty poorly, so I'm redoing it now. I actually made the video. That's what this horizontal line is here. I had drawn something here, and I'll show you that. Actually, let's go down and I'll show you right now. The daily time frame. What I saw here was not only us bottoming out, but I saw a inverse head and shoulders forming. Here's the 12 hours. So we had a shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we had a breakout and a retest. And so I bought quite a bit right at this retest here, which was around just over $4. And then I was buying right down in here, just barely under $4. And we've got that breakout. We've almost reached the inverse head and shoulders target, which is right here around 473-ish. And that would be the target. Do I think it's going to end there? I honestly don't. I think this thing is ready to rock. There's been a lot of talk about, or a little bit of talk, I don't know, about how FTX was kind of crashing the price of ICP as they came out. I don't know how true that is or not. But if that is the case, FTX crashing would be bullish for ICP, and we've seen quite the move since then. So anyway, we did finally get a breakout, a nice solid breakout above this line here. Now, we had one other breakout right over here on the 12-hour time frame, actually to the daily as well, I believe. And so we did have this breakout, but this red crash right here was the FTX collapse. And so I believe that ICP was just about to break out. It had formed a cup and handle here. And so you can see you had the big cup here, and then you had the handle. And the price target of this cup and handle would have been a nice breakout up to, $6.50 area. But that didn't happen because right around here was the FTX crash. And so it fell again, and then it formed a new pattern, which was the inverse head and shoulders. We're seeing the breakout from that. Today we're up 5.44% as I'm talking. But I believe that this has got potential to be, this was the bottom down here, I believe. And this has got massive potential to, reach some higher targets here. All the way up into the $20 range. Honestly, I think this thing could even get back up in the $80 range. I don't know how soon or if it will ever get back up to its previous highs up in the, I don't know. This is a wick here. I don't really know what this wick's all about. Not really sure where it started. I didn't look, but I do know that at one point it was around $400, $300 to $400. I don't know that it's going to get up there anytime soon. If it does, I mean, I'm okay with that. But I mean, first line of resistance we need to look at is obviously the 20 weekly EMA right here. So pay attention to that. That's just around $6. We've also got the 50 EMA on the weekly, around 17 right now. But we've also got some resistance coming in. There's some right there around 575. Possibly just a little bit of resistance right here around 5.25. And then, you know, from there, you've got not very much. You've got just over $9, right around the 1580. And I mean, there's some larger gaps in here, which would make sense. Once you break up and above this 20 EMA, you can do a nice shot all the way up to the 50 EMA right there as well. Let's go down to the 12-hour again. We're getting our breakout. I do believe that we are going to reach this target. I actually believe we might get a little bit higher right around this gray line here, around $4.85. Once we get up there, I do think that there's going to be some resistance because we do have all this action going on right here. And we need to come back down and possibly retest. So we could come up and then retest down here because we haven't had any kind of retest just yet. You know, maybe do a little double bottom here and then move on to the upside. Let's go down to the 4-hour really quick to see if there's anything there. This thing's just been going up. Let's see where our momentum is headed here with our Fibonacci's. So from down here, we started, and we found support off the 382. And then from this one right here, we found support on the 786. So we were losing momentum right here, but then we gained more bullish momentum. And we got support off the 618 right here. And now we're still moving up. I mean, if this was the top, or actually let's just go all the way to the top. Up here where I think we might stop, that would actually put the 618 right in line with retesting this previous resistance, hopefully going to turn support. So ICP, in my opinion, is looking fairly bullish. We already had a bit of a breakout. You are a little bit late to the party, in my opinion, to get a good entry at this point. But you could wait for a better entry. Now, if you wanted to ride up to this or even up to the actual target, which was right here, right around 475, depending on where it goes. If it even gets there, it might not. But I do believe there's going to be a retracement coming in and retracing back to this line right here. And so your best entry would be to wait till we get the retracement and then buy right there as long as it's holding as support. Otherwise, if you're just going to go degen on ICP and you think it's going to, you know, do some crazy numbers here soon, you can jump in right now. You're not too far out of it. I mean, from the breakout here, you are, you know, it's about 5%. 5% off. So if you want to save that extra 5%, wait till it comes back down to do the retest. Otherwise, you can jump in probably at any time. Not financial advice, but that I already did get into this project. I'm actually fairly bullish on it. I'm fairly bullish on decentralization as a whole, and this would be a decentralized internet. And that to me is pretty awesome, not having to rely on Amazon Web Services, Google Web Services, and all these big corporations that could shut you down at any time. But it's kind of my thoughts on ICP, looking pretty good. Just pay attention to a possible pullback in the future. And yeah, that's all I got. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the new subscribers. And just remember, not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.